Hello, YouTube. We are back with the Clarins. I've now done like 7 reviews of these things, including the aged ones, and but this is the 8th unaged one that I've tried. This is Saint Benevolence. I think it's Saint Benevolence since we're American. Um, Rum Clairin from Haiti, and this is interesting for a number of reasons. First being, it is like my beloved Clairin Malo here. This is a Clairin not being brought in by the Maisonvilliers people. Second, this is $30 as opposed to like 40, 45. So this is the budget option as far as Clairins go. The first budget option that I've seen so far. Third, this is a bit of a charity effort. Well, let me describe to you what this is, basically. So this is the 2018 harvest year. It's made in the town of Saint Michel de Latelaye, which is the same town as my beloved Clairin Sajus. So it's made from cane juice and cane syrup that are fermented and distilled separately. So it's a little bit like, Providence, which I've also reviewed. That's not a Clairin though. I feel like that's a different thing. This is made. Well, what else to say about this? So it's lot 1801. If you're curious, it's a blend it's a field blend of different cane varieties, and now the bit at the bottom, which they should really make larger, and I'll talk about that in a minute, is that this is crafted at the Dorcinvil Distillery. Do you see that? Now let's talk about this. So what is this? So if you go to their website, what they will tell you is you've got a sort of father-son team, Chase and Calvin Babcock, who are basically running a charity that benefits Haitians. So they do medical work, they do educational work, they do a lot of things. And my sense is that this started out because they were tired of doing like fundraisers and stuff. There's an interesting interview, which I'll link down below. They were tired of dealing with, begging rich people for money, and they thought, okay, let's sell some Clairin, right, and make ourselves some money, and use the money to fund our work. It's going to their own charity, but it's also going to a couple of others. Now, here's the thing: from the way that's all set up, you can get the sense that they're sourcing this, right? That they're going over and buying this rum from a separate producer, right? That's not actually what's going on, though. So they founded this charity with a gentleman named Reverend Dr. Guyant Dorcinville, whose family, their family owns this distillery, and the Babcocks also co-own it. So this is technically kind of their own Clairin. They're distilling it themselves, which is why I kind of want more information on the distillery. There's no pictures of the stills or the fermentation tanks, any of that stuff on their website. And I would love to see, what is the Dorcinville Distillery? What does it look like? Who's running the place? Who's the master distiller? Tell us these things. Reverend Dr. Dorcinville, I know, is a pastor, from my internet stalking at least, is a pastor in Miami. All these folks come from Miami, by the way. It's kind of a Miami operation. So I want to know more of what's going on with what's in the bottle here. Anyhow, that's my only complaint so far. So you buy a bottle of this, basically you're helping the profits go to their charities. I think that's how this is set up. Anyways, that's the background. What does the stuff smell and taste like? Oof. is my first note. So the previous reviews I've seen from Fat Rum Pirate and a couple of other places have tried to make the case that this is a more refined Clairin than you get from the Veliers. And I think that's not quite right. The Veliers have some wild, wild notes going on. Like just, olives everywhere and like tomato sauce everywhere. But they tend to be very clean in the way they present themselves, despite that sort of wildness. This is a little more, this is a little almost fainty in certain respects. It's a little fusile. And that's bad, not bad. It's just kind of, how this is. It's a little, it's not throwing crazy flavors at you, but there is that slight, fainty character going on. So initially I'm getting like a mixture of plastic smoke, nice plastic smoke, some grapefruit zest, just zest down a grapefruit. It's very briny. There's some olives in there, green olives. Little chalk smoke. Like you take some erasers and go and do that thing. Some sliced cucumber. Nail polish. Something metallic, like you're sniffing the T1000 or something. But also, and I don't know how to. It's not really my thing, but this smells like nice pot, frankly. You haven't lit it yet, right? But, someone's brought some good stuff from, the best dispensary in town, and you were smelling it. Yeah, that's definitely in here. On the palate, again, ooh, nice burning plastic. Is sort of the leading note. Oh, I should mention, bottled at 50% alcohol, which is a little bit below the Milo, which is 55. I still think this is probably the best of the mixing Clairins that I've had. Honestly, just because of the sheer strength of the stuff. This is 50, but it's also cheaper, so that's nice. Yeah. %. Plastic, plantains, olives, mixed olives, some black ones in there. Almost like an island cuisine, maybe some Scotch bonnet pepper going on, like hot pepper but sweet. So little West Africa, little Jamaica going on. Fresh cane syrup, but it's still very briny. So you're sort of mixing your cane syrup up with salt water from the Stee. A little grassy, little slight dried grass though there. Also grainy, like some multi-grain toast that kind of was in the toaster just a hair bit too long. Rock candy, light floral notes, a little bit floral, but not too much. And it is a little bit fainty. So there's a sort of, it's gesturing towards a motor oil kind of direction, but it isn't quite getting there, which I like. So I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. Let's see if that's enough. Again, it's only 50%. Give that a second to settle down. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I've kind of said most of all I want to say about the situation surrounding this in my opening spiel. Yeah, it's a little bit weird because this is their own Clairin, right? I mean, there's something like 150 distilleries in the village of Saint Michel, but this is their stuff, and I wish they'd show that off a little bit more. Just there's some YouTube videos of them doing interviews and stuff like that. But like, just show us the behind the scenes pictures. Show us folks cutting the cane and all the messy little details of making this stuff. Anyways, let's try it with a little bit of water. I should really give this a few more minutes, but I'm rushing this video a little bit. Okay. It's actually some like sherry vinegar opening this up, which I like. I'm a huge fan of sherry vinegar. Much more olivey now. A little pickle juice. Very minerally though, like just very rocky. Like there's some sandstone in there, and just a little bit of something orangey, like I'm gonna go blood orange, like just blood orange that's slightly off. That's just a little bit too overripe on the palate. Nicely sweet and sour. Oh, there's that interesting kind of overripe fruit funk going on. We're not getting anywhere near Jamaican territory. This is still a Clairin. This is still a weight class athlete. It's lean. This is not a big, huge strongman type of spirit. This is straight to the point. But it is a little bit funky, and more so than I typically think of with the exception of Le Rocher, of Clairins as being. A little bit of like a canned tomato note mixed with maybe dried cherries, olives again, horseradish. They do mention in their own tasting notes wasabi, which is not far off actually. I'm gonna go horseradish. It's something that reminds me of like sparkling wine, frankly. Like yeah, I mean this is an all sauce bottle. So let's say Cremant all sauce, like sparkling all sauce. One thing I will say about this is I found this to be a very moody bottle, and I've talked about that before with mezcals. What I mean is, when I first opened this, it was very aggressive and very fainty. There was some off notes going on, and when I came back to it the next night, it was wonderful. It was more like this. When I kept drinking it, it would continue to be wonderful. And then when I threw it in the box for a little while, and came back to it, it was mean again. So something about it really seems to like air. It really seems to like being open. And one of the consequences of that is my scoring for this is sort of swung widely. I've been as high as I've been as high as like an 86, but it also is like as low as an 82 when this has been sort of really rough on me. So I'm going to split the difference. Let's say call this an 84. It's good. So yeah, I mean, in terms of scoring, I don't like this as much as some of the other Clairins, but it's cheaper than the other Clairins, right? So you're sort of, it's a wash. And I like what they're doing. I like this lovely little all sauce bottle thing that they got going on. I like the little the label. I just want to know more about the distillery, guys. Like, just tell me more about who's making this stuff, and I will be a happy customer. Anyways, thank you for watching, and good luck with your mission, folks. It sounds like you're doing some good things, and we are certainly enjoying the work of funding you. Anyways, thanks for watching, and that's all I got. Cheers.